Released the indictment against Diddy, meaning they're telling us what they're charging him with now that they've arrested him. And there's some things that are missing. It's 14 pages long, and if you're on X, where we can post links, the link will be right below. Basically, they're charging him with guns, prostitution, drugs, and the whole racketeering thing. But they are not charging him with anything related to minors, anything related to video or sexual blackmail. And notably, Lucian Grange's name, the CEO of Universal Music Group that was in the original allegations, his name's nowhere to be found. We'll dig into some theories on all that in just a second, but first, some key points and a funny thing. They talk about the freak-offs, and they talk about raiding his home and finding supplies for the freak-offs. Notably, apparently in the raid of Diddy's home, they found more than 1,000 bottles of baby oil and lubricant. Bro. They are clearly drawing from the Cassie lawsuit with statements like, these assaults often resulted in injuries that took days or weeks to heal. I'm sure she's not the only witness they've got. These occasions included instances in which a victim was required to remain in hiding, sometimes for several days at a time, to recover from injuries Combs inflicted without being publicly observed. Cassie alleged that at one point it was more than a week, maybe multiple weeks, to heal from her injuries. It's a fucked up lawsuit. He's also charged with tampering with witnesses by bribing and intimidating them, including acts of violence, including kidnapping and arson. Multiple counts of that. They also found 3 AR-15s with defaced serial numbers and a drum magazine, along with a ton of drugs and other stuff. They list out the specific drug compounds. And now here's the bigger picture. What they're actually doing to him is they're basically charging him with enough to put him away for good, theoretically. And they're seeking to forfeit any and all property, real and personal, involved and used in any of these crimes, as well as any property, stuff, profits derived from or proceeds obtained from any of these crimes, including if he's gotten rid of anything, sold anything, or his assets have diminished in value. They intend to take from him equal value to everything he's being charged with, regardless. They'll basically claw it back from him. It's worth noting that these charges are being brought in the Southern District of New York, which is notoriously corrupt, and it is the same district that brought the charges against Epstein. Although, they did put Epstein in jail, so I guess that's something going for them. So anyways, the pessimistic take here is that they're not charging him with any of the darkest and most important shit. They're letting all the other people off the hook. Lucian Grange is not named. There's no upwards charges. They're not going for the big conspiracy. No mention of sexual blackmail or the videotapes, the hidden cameras, any of that. That's kind of whack. The optimistic take, which is totally plausible, Liz Crokin has shared this take, and she's been on this longer than anyone just about. Very possible, is that they're using this strategically in order to go after Diddy hard enough to make him squeal on the bigger fish involved so that they can start making more arrests and start going after the larger organization. Because they are charging with racketeering, and they do clearly lay out a criminal organization, which he was a ringleader in. But that's where things stand right now. Personally, I am not optimistic that we're going to get what this case really deserves, and I am not optimistic that the big fish are actually going to get fried. I'd bet they're going to arrest a bunch of other people that you've never heard of, maybe a couple rappers, maybe a producer or two that were involved in this scheme and did horrible things and deserve to go to prison for the rest of their lives, but that they are not going to go up to people like Lucian, that they're not going to go towards the video blackmail angle, and that we're never going to see those tapes or hear about that blackmail ring. I hope I'm wrong. I hope it cracks wide open. But I don't think Jay-Z's worried too much right now. But he should be, because we're coming for him. We're coming for all of them. All lies will be exposed.